I'll talk a little bit about Utah. Utah is one of the Bernie states, so when it comes to Super Tuesday, I definitely want to look at Maine. Maine's got instant runoff voting. So watch how how Maine comes in and how people talk about the election results in Maine compared to the Nevada probable debacle. Iowa was a debacle this year. It was a debacle 4 years ago. New Hampshire went off without a hitch. So, yeah, these caucuses don't seem to be surviving. But anyways, Bernie states, 2016, Super Tuesday, out of all the Super Tuesday states, Colorado, Utah, Minnesota, Oklahoma, Vermont, and Maine. So Vermont's his hometown, Oklahoma, that's the red people, Minnesota's Klobuchar town, and Utah's the Mormons, and then Colorado's marijuana. So those were the, out of the 15 elections, those are the 6 that I'll be looking forward to and I'll be excited about. The other ones, I have no idea how they're going to shake out. I had not been looking at the polls for each one of them. I guess the polls tell a story. And the crystal ball and that the Sagar and Jetty, they predicted New Hampshire, the top 5, you know, just to the T. So they said who the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place is going to be. But polls aren't always accurate. But if you've been studying it and reading it and every poll tells a story, I don't know, maybe I should look at the polls for all these Super Tuesday states since I'm looking forward to them. Then, yeah, I should check them out. Right. So all I wanted for the public, was for the public to be able to have a say in how they are governed. That is a milestone we have left a long time ago. Edward Snowden. So Utah is a Bernie Sanders state. It's in western USA. Utah is the 45th state to be inducted into the Union January 4th, 1896. That was, you know, of course, you know, the president. It's the 11th least densely populated state. More than 3 million people live in Utah, and it's named after the Ute Indian tribe. Okay, so the Utes are Native Americans who are running around. The Utes, you know, running around with the Apache and the Kiowa and a whole bunch of other Native Americans. So the Apache and the Kiowa and the Utes. Utah is literally named for the people of the Utes. You know, the Ute Indian tribe, Utah. So, yeah, Utah has a state firearm. It's the Browning M1911. It's just a regular handgun pistol, but they got a state firearm. So, yeah, I like that. That's cool. Browning M1911. Utah is known as the Beehive State, that's a good dodge, right? No, we're not the Mormon state. No, the Mormon, no, we're not the Mormon state. We're the Beehive State, you know. So they're the Beehive State and the Mormon state in the Deseret. 62% of Utah belong to the Mormon church. So they are the Mormon state, but the Beehive State, no, we got a lot of bees, and we produce a lot of honey. It's more of a beehive state than a Mormon state. So the motto of Utah is industry. Friendship is Texas's motto. Friendship. Right? Badass fucking Texas, right? Live free or die. No, that's New Hampshire. And we all need to go to New Hampshire with every one of these elections. So come on, Colorado, go New Hampshire. Come on, Utah, go New Hampshire. Come on, Maine, go all New Hampshire. Live free or die. That's a state. That's a motto. Texas's motto is friendship. Friendship everywhere, holding hands and loving each other. So Utah's motto is industry. So it's just kind of like, you know, it's not a motto, it's just a word. So friendship. You know, the words of my daddy always rings true in this situation. What did he say? Friendship. That's all. He just said friendship. Maybe he was trying to say it was bad or something and cat got his tongue. Friendship is terrible. Oh no. So Utah's industry or motto is industry. So yeah, fantastic. Utah's a beehive state, and they are, you know, their wise words to their people. Industry. Listen here, boy. You know. Fancy, Fancy had one chance, right? Her mom always told her, just, be nice to the gentleman, Fancy, and they'll be nice to you. So that's nice, right? Just be nice to the gentleman, they'll be nice to her, right? Just be nice to them, that's it. So, yeah, Fancy's mom just said, hey, listen here, Fancy, industry. Yeah, like the end of Gone with the Wind, it wasn't, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. It was industry. Industry. Okay, so Utah's motto is industry. So is that they're the industry state, not the beehive state? They could just swap those, right? They're the industry state, and their motto is beehive. Salt Lake City is the capital of Utah. Republican Gary Herbert is the governor. Mitt Romney is one of the two senators of the United States. There, the state flower of Utah is the sago lily. The state mammal is the Rocky Mountain elk. Utah Senate votes to decriminalize polygamy among consenting adults. Pete Buttigieg campaign. Wait, what? Yeah, so just recently, Utah Senate voted to decriminalize polygamy among consenting adults. So apparently there's like 30,000 people in Utah who are in a polygamous relationship. Now, they're saying consenting adults. So if there's coercion, intimidation, fraud, right, you can't say, you can't deceive people. So if everybody knows what's up and everybody is cool, everybody's on, so good for the, I guess, good for the man or the woman who's got several, spouses, several wives, several husbands, but you're taking it away from everybody else, so that's not, it's like, oh, it'd be cool to be the person, but they're taken away anyways. Among consenting adults, yeah, I don't have a problem with polygamy. I don't, I'm confused by how it works, I'll be honest. But, yeah, so the Senate, the elite chamber of Utah, still has to go to the House, and the governor still has to sign it, but that's the first of 3 steps before it becomes law. Pete Buttigieg, he went to Utah on President's Day. Apparently he was a rock star, thousands of excited fans. And there was about estimated 4,500 people there, and Pete Buttigieg asked the crowd, who's ready to put the tweets behind us? Who's ready to turn the page? Who's ready to get incrementalism and maybe just slightly change things every once in a while? So he did mention that Mitt Romney showed courage on the impeachment vote. So that's interesting, talking about Utah issues, like in Nevada. They got the, nuclear waste. Should it go underneath the Yucca Mountain? What's under the Yucca Mountain? Is there anything under the Yucca Mountain that's, of value? I mean, at first you're like, no, but then you're like, who cares? Why would that matter? Who cares? You got to put it somewhere. Where else are you going to put the nuclear waste? But that sounds like, clearly, if you go to Nevada, say, no, you don't want nuclear waste under the Yucca Mountain. So, who's ready to put the tweets behind us, huh? America? No matter who you are, every day of your life, you're sitting in a database just ready to be looked at. Edward Snowden. So, Utah, vote for Bernie, Minnesota, Maine, Vermont, Minnesota, Maine, Vermont, Utah, Minnesota, Maine, Vermont, Minnesota, Maine, Vermont. Make sure you go vote for Bernie Sanders. Alright, I guess the last words of wisdom that I want to give to everybody is, industry. Industry.